Hey guys, last Sunday I made a video about the market update of Bitcoin, and today I'm going to do a market update on Cardano. So let's take a quick look at the conditions of the market first, and then we're going to get into the Cardano charts and find out when is Cardano going to take off. So right now the Bitcoin price is about $50,000. We are hovering right at that price point. When I made the video on Sunday, we had broken out at $47,000. Now I'm going to tell you a story that is a little painful to me, but I have to tell you. So I had opened up a long on Bitcoin at $41,000, and at $44,000, I started to get anxious. So I closed out that long. I took a nice little profit, but the very few hours after that, Bitcoin went from 44,000 to 47,000 in like a few hours. So it still hurts that I had closed my long, but I didn't follow my own trading rules, and that's why I exited a long too early. But nonetheless, there's still opportunities in the market, and there's opportunities every single day. I At this point, at these price levels, at $50,000, if you're gonna go in on Bitcoin, you should be expecting that to you should be holding on to that for the long term, because in the short term there's not a lot of safe volatility is really a big factor in the short term. So it's not exactly a safe bet to be buying at these levels right now if you're a short-term trader, but it's absolutely the best time to be getting in as a long-term trader, as a long-term holder. And I actually played both ends of I've stated in this channel multiple times before that, number one, it's not a channel that's designed for financial advice. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm showing you the inside of sort of my world and what I'm doing. I've been very profitable. I haven't really told people that I how much money I've made, but I will tell you that I've been buying Bitcoin since it was around $10,000. Now, as I mentioned before, this channel is not about financial advice, but I had a few people ask me about my opinion about the market, and I just felt compelled to make a technical analysis video. This is not financial advice. This is purely just my opinion, my speculation on the market. But I have been right for the most part in terms of my own portfolio. I've seen my portfolio grow about 2.5x since February of 2021. So in less than 1 year, I've seen my portfolio more than double, and I'm very happy about that. And I've actually put in my entire net worth into Bitcoin and crypto, and my biggest bag is actually Cardano. So that's why I'm going to do this video about Cardano today. As I mentioned, I did my video on Bitcoin last Sunday. You should go back and see it if you want my analysis on that. But let's take a look at the ADA BTC chart, which is the real, in my opinion, the real professional way of doing things is by looking at things in Satoshis. So we're going to look at the ADA BTC chart, and then we're going to look at the ADA USD chart so you can see everything in terms of US dollars, which most people are comfortable with. So I'll translate that for you. But you first have to understand that the price of Cardano to Bitcoin is the real driving force of the price of in terms of US dollars. So uh, in terms of US Satoshis, we're at 40, let's say 4,500 Satoshis. Now, less than 1 month ago, right? Actually, 2 months ago, we were at 3,000 Satoshis. Now, from 3,000 to 4,500, that's approximately a growth of 35%. And that's after this huge correction that we've had, even. So, if you're getting if you're trading Satoshis for Cardano at that time, you would have went all the way up. You would have doubled your Bitcoin in less than 2 months. There's very rare opportunities to be able to do this with such a safe coin. Cardano, in my opinion, is one of the safest opportunities out there, but do your own research on that. I'm using Sharp ratios to make that judgment. It has a Sharp ratio of over 3, which is very good. Now, as far as what you would have done in terms of performance versus Bitcoin from January of this year to date, you would have probably about 10 extra Bitcoin. So if you had 1 Bitcoin worth of Cardano, you now have you would have had up to 10 Bitcoins worth of Cardano. Massive. I mean, like unbelievable, right? Like your net worth would have 10x'd if you had held on to Cardano from January. Now, very critical level here because you can easily re-enter Cardano from prices of May, prices in May. So the price in May was 4,600 Satoshis approximately, according to this level. And even lower would have been at 4,000 Satoshis. Now, I think 4,000 is the absolute bottom. I don't think you're going to be able to get Cardano for less than 4,000. And what does that mean for US dollar price? Okay, right now the price is about $2.20. So if you look at where this point reverses here, if this reverses at, let's say, at 4,200 at this Fibonacci level here, we can expect to see a growth versus BTC of, if it goes back up to its all-time high, at least 40%, at least 40% gain on your Cardano versus BTC. Now that's Cardano versus BTC. How does that translate in terms of USD? Well, it's the math is a little hard to do, but we can estimate, right? We can take, say, for example, the price from here to here, you would have seen a growth of about 150%. So from the bottom to the top, you would have seen 150%. And comparably, that would have been 100% in terms of, or 90% in terms of Bitcoin. So let's say this does another from here to here. That's 50%. Now, in terms of BTC, I think it's going to do 40%. So in terms of USD, I believe it'll even do much better than that. I can even draw some Fibonacci extensions here. We can do that in terms of, let's do a quick Fibonacci retracement in the opposite direction. Sorry, let's do it this way. In terms of USD, we're going to see, we have a target up here, pretty high target. But as I mentioned, if you do 40% in Bitcoin, you're going to do at least 100% in USD. You're going to double, you could double your USD. I mean, this is 160% on USD. I think you're going to be safe to at least double your dollars on Cardano from this point in the short term. I'm talking about like in this next leg up for Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes from 50,000 to 100,000 in this last few months of the year, Cardano can, I think, easily 150%. I mean, like that's like conservative, and maybe even more. We could probably see a 200% or even a 300% gain. There's other targets that are a lot higher up here. So I think 150% would be a conservative target. And I think there's a really high aggressive target here of 680%. That's a 7x. That's a $15 Cardano. I think that's a little bit hard to fathom, but it's not out of the cards, right? I think it's an unlikely scenario, but it's still possible. I think the more likely scenario is we see Bitcoin somewhere in between 150 and 300% growth. I think we can easily see an $8 Bitcoin, $8 Cardano. I think a moderate prediction would be $8 Cardano at the sort of peak of this bull run here. So don't take this literally. This is just sort of a forecast. Like, you know, if you watch the news and you watch the forecast of the weather, you can't always take it like to the T, but you can prepare for it. For this next leg of the bull market, if you're looking at if you're stacking Cardano here, I think you're going to be totally fine. We just got to wait for Bitcoin to make its move, and Cardano generally lags behind Bitcoin a little bit and sometimes decouples from Bitcoin. So we may we've already seen the Cardano pump to $3, like when Bitcoin wasn't doing anything. Actually, Bitcoin was falling, Cardano was pumping. So Cardano does have a little bit of its own. It's not always correlated with Bitcoin, but when Bitcoin goes up, it generally does follow, right? The Satoshi peg is around 4,400 right now. So even if Bitcoin goes up to 100,000, you're still going to see Cardano go up to $3-4. But for us to see the $4 and $4 to $8 range for Cardano, we're going to need to see that Satoshi peg go up to 4,000 to 8,000 Satoshi. So this is a little bit advanced for some people, I know. So please leave your questions below, and I'll be happy to elaborate more on whatever questions you have. And if I get enough likes on these technical analysis videos, I'll do more. Although this channel is designed for more, it's more geared towards around news and updates and talking to founders and finding out what's actually going on in the fundamentals. But we do a little technical analysis because I do believe that there is a symbiotic relationship between fundamental and technical analysis. That's it for this one, guys. Make sure you subscribe. There's a link in the description for if you want to sign up for there's a giveaway we have going on. Got to sign up for the newsletter, and then sign up for all my other social media channels. That's it for today.